Before we go back to the horror game, this is kind of a mood change, but it's something that I've been wanting to talk to you guys for a while. So you guys know that I am very, and I'm saying this right now while I'm eating so I can like kind of have a talk with you guys. I'm very, very appreciative of you guys. 1, 2, you guys know that I am very, very adamant on supporting mental health and all that stuff, right? So, not my buddy, but a big time editor that I looked up to when I was younger, back in around like 2016, 2015, passed away from, depression. It was hard. It's a hard thing for everybody to understand. Not everybody really understands exactly what it is. So, I mean, this is one of my buddies. His name was Ravik. He was a really good editor, like one of the best at the time. He was like way ahead of his time. And he sadly passed away back in 2016 or 2017 or sometime within then. And, he was a really good, I want to show you guys actually this was his last edit, I believe, was this one. He made it with a bunch of his homies, and it's one of my favorites, so I want to show you guys.
With a backup makeshift life in waiting. Everybody's time means everything.
This is his part. And in a lot of his videos, he would actually include messages, and sometimes, to me, it feels like, some of those messages were kind of like signs of help. So one of my biggest things to tell you guys is, because I've been through it, and I know what probably a lot of you guys have been through, tough times, trauma, whatever it is that brung whatever you are feeling now upon you. Guys, the biggest thing is to reach out to somebody, especially like, I wish if it was possible that to respond to every single one of you, if it was possible, I would. But, it's, if you feel like you don't have anybody to talk to, it's best to try and find somebody to talk to as well. Like, I know that, some people might not have a great relationship with therapists or a great relationship, with that type of stuff, but it is good to keep trying to find one if you don't have anybody that you feel like you are comfortable talking to, because there will be one person that you can find. And even if you think, no, I don't need one right now. See, I made that same mistake, and then I kept going. I kept using that excuse, and that excuse doesn't really work in the end, right? So try to find somebody to talk to every single time that something is brought up on you. You can't. It's not really something that you can deal with alone. Although it is a very hard thing to be able to reach out to somebody and talk to them about something so personal. It's best to try your hardest and just look past it. You might think it might be embarrassing, or you might think that you're being too sentimental and people might not take you seriously, because that's what I thought for the longest time. I thought that if I did it, people would just like kind of brush it off and be like, and tell me the same thing every time. But you'll find that person that is able to talk to you in a way that you think is best for you and your feedback. I do this week. This leads me on to my final point, is I do this week, sometime this week or sometime next week, want to do a charity stream for mental health. So all of donations and all that stuff will go straight to the charity.